Big John, Big John.
Well, good Thursday morning, everybody. It is July 21st. I know it's been a while since I did any recording. It was actually a while from posting too. Been trying to get back after it. Got busy and wasn't taking the time to do it. So just checking on the pool out here. We had some pretty strong winds yesterday, and it took the cover off and blowed it out in the grass. And Tammy rolled it up and put it in the garage, so we put her back on this morning, and she's adjusting chemicals. So Dad called on the way home this morning. He wants to get the mower put on scooter, so I'm going to go do that, and after I do that I am going to mow my stuff real quick. It won't take me but probably, I don't know, go down along the right of way there, down along the front of that woods, and then the guys from the county actually mowed the road ditch out here on the inside, but they parked their tractors here, and they mowed all the way to the corner, so I might try and go down there and touch some things up. They just do it, and I had a trap get set last night. Oh, there's a kitten in here. Alright, let me let her out. Alright, Operation Free the Kitty worked in our favor. Ruckus took off after it. Just about caught it, but I barked at him and he stopped. So Miss Tammy come out. She's messing with the chemicals in the pool. So we're gonna she's gonna help me get the chopper hooked up real quick. At least get the pin in it. So anyway, we'll back up there and see what we can find. Yep.
Just did it.
Well, luckily we don't have a tricycle front end tractor. You're gonna have to crank that up. I'll be right there. Okay, do me a favor. That's a pain to get in. Grab do you see the one that comes from the center? Nope, the hydraulic line. It comes from that center cylinder. Can you follow that one up, see which one it is? That's that one. Okay. Over here on number 1.
This one?
Just push it straight in.
I gotta get on that side.
No, well, okay, grab the other one and put it in 3. Blue would be on the left side. Blue should be the left side, I think. Now that'll stay open if you push it all the way there. Now just push it in. Did it lock? There, nope. There you go, now hang on. Try it again. Pull it out and push it back in again. Give her a good yank. Pull it straight out. Just push. Don't twist, just push.
Yeah, now I can't get it to lock.
Go on the other side then. No, this side here. Is this one's number 3, right? Pull that open, it'll stay. Pull that open, it'll stay. There you go. Okay. That one says number 3 on it, right? No, that's number 1. So that one actually goes on that side. So pull that one back out. My bad, I'm sorry. Grab the other one. And that one, put that one in there. Okay, that should be number 1. Let's see what we've got. Okay, that's backwards. Okay, now pull that one out, put it on the other side, right here.
This one?
Yep. Pull it out and try it again. Something's going on here. Push it back in there.
How do you know what numbers they are?
It should say.
No.
Is there a green? Is there a green or a blue sticker there somewhere between them?
Well, according to this,
I want to go into the green one.
according to this would be a green.
Oh, those two are up and down. Okay, so that one goes in the bottom one here. This one is sideways. Those two are up and down. My bad. It's been a while since I did this. So yeah, put that hose in the bottom one there, and we should be good on number 1. Number 1. You gotta go to that one. Hang on. All right. I don't think that's in all the way. Okay. There we go. Okay, now come around on the other side. It's hard to do it from up here because everything's backwards from what I'm used to. So put that one.
Blue to blue?
Well, blue on the left, red on the right, blue on the left. So put it in the left side once.
This side?
Yes.
So there's blue. It says blue.
Well, that's just for that remote because the color coding in here is. All right, number 3. And that is correct. All right. Now we'll jump out and do that. It ain't much of a rag, but
I don't think that's coming off.
wow, that never happens. It was lined up. Most of the time you got to come back here and spin the blades to get things to turn, to get it to line up, because you cannot spin that PTO shaft on the back of this tractor. All right, so we'll crank the jack up and go mow. Maybe throw some grease in it. All right, I did most of the hill. Couldn't get quite to the very top of it. I come around here and I backed up to the corner and mowed up to the bluebird box. And then backed up, folded the wings up. There's one nice thing about this, you can actually run it with the wings folded up. So now we're at the tree swallow box. So I gotta fold it up again. Back up past it. I gotta spray too, because there's a bunch of poison ivy and everything around this on this ditch bank. Gotta get some 2,4-D mixed up. Tammy's back there checking her bluebirds. I don't know if you can see her or not. I'm trying to sneak by here. There's a peck across the ditch to get from the neighbors back to here. Gotta be careful not to hit that. Down through here. We're going to go all the way down through past the end of the woods. Them guys that mow roads for all the time in the tractor this size, they got some cojones on them, because I get nervous when they start slinging. This stuff is so tall that I can't see exactly where the end of the yard, where the ditch drops off. So. I know down here past the into the buffer strip, which you're allowed to mow as of 5 days ago, 6 days ago. There's some pretty good humps. Well, you hit one of them and it makes the old sphincter tighten up. Never rolled a tractor over on its side, and I really don't hope I ever do. next week before we leave on vacation. I know Kurt's going to want me to spray his too. Come out good. He said he greased her good. I said, well, that's good. So he's going to take them apart and make a few phone calls and figure out what he's going to do. Get new ones. yet, or whether it's just cheaper to buy new cylinders. He's gonna figure that out. Anyway, I done with this, take it back up to the house. Shut her off. Put some fuel in it. Got me an adult beverage or two. And then I'm gonna go to bed. So short video today. So we'll probably tie it in with whatever's happening tomorrow. I got a lot of running around to do tomorrow. They called, the camper's done, the generator in the camper, they fixed that. My man's over in Portage, Ohio. They got that all up and running. I had to take it out of the camper. So hopefully my truck's done. Doug's got my truck, so he's doing some service and just general checking things out for me on that. Flushing the tranny and stuff, changing all the fluids, get her ready to go to Sturgis and back. CJ, I got tires coming for the camper from him. He called me some 14 plies, which is great. Every time I pull that camper anymore, I'm worried to death about a tire blowing. And if you go back, when we went to Mines and Meadows, if you go back in my videos where we was out there, we blew a tire on the way home from that. And it's not just blowing a tire, you're in a camper, so it tears the heck out of everything around the wheel well. We blew one, the first time I blew a tire on that camper, we were coming back from Michigan Speedway, worked the weekend, and it was Tammy's first night working at Whirlpool. So we're sitting along the turnpike with a blown tire, fixing it. Home in time so she could go to work. But yeah, then last year coming back from vacation out there in Mines and Meadows, blew another one, and them were fairly new tires that I had put on there. So I'm going to take the new one that I put on last year, and I'm going to put that on the spare tire, on the spare tire rim, spare rim, and then them 4 new ones on my aluminum wheels. Alright, and we are done. PTO off. Grab a couple gears. Get motivated. Motating. Seen a killdeer down there, and I seen her running down through the water and doing you always tell when you're close to their youngins or their nest, because they'll fly off 5-6 feet away and they'll start flopping around like they're hurt. If you're a predator, you're not going to worry about the nest, you're going to go for that hurt bird. Well, then they just keep going farther and farther and farther enough away to stay away from them, and that's what she was doing. And I looked down in the ditch and I seen one of her little ones, about the size of the body's about the size of a ping pong ball, cute little booger. He was down there running along. He was running the other way. He went to the other side of the ditch in the bottom and then was running the other way. So cute little puff ball. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Yeah, I got the automatic nozzle in it. Come back here and set the locks. Pretty neat how it locks. I mean, you got to have it picked up. That just slides in there. You pull these cotter pins here, and these arms come down here and lay in them slots right there. This one's never a problem to hook back up. This one, on the other hand, is always a pain. And I think a little bit of oil bypasses this. It's a single acting cylinder. Just like this one, when you start it up for the first time, you'll blow oil out the bottom. But they don't have ports. and I think the oil bypasses and it gets a little pocket of oil in there, and won't let it pick it up all the way. This old pump, it came with the tank. It still works. It ain't the fastest thing, but it still works. That's why I put the automatic nozzle on this one, so you can walk away from it. Look at that, pink gold. Pink gold. Alright. Where can I set you? Stay right there. Wasp messed up in the old nozzle holder. See, the old nozzle, you see the little one went in there, sat on there, and somebody added this to it for the bigger nozzles, and I had to modify it a little bit to get that nozzle to fit in it. It's designed for one like this, but yeah, the nozzles are expensive. I bought that one years ago and it was $100. Okay, so what's going on here? Trap. Did the wind set the trap off, or did the cat go back in there? Well, the cat's not in there, so probably the wind jiggling it. So anyway, toodles.